everybody. This is week 4, round 7 of Nasty. I'm here with Envy, and we're just about ready to get you into the first game.
As we are, dude, super happy to be here. We got our first match showing up on stream in just a minute here. It's going to be Ice Climbers against, oh yeah, Whoa Chills. Should be an interesting one here, just to give a little bit of information to the viewers here. Last week we saw Ice Climbers take a win over A Minor Inconvenience, followed by taking a win over I Am Myself, I Me Myself, and as well we had Whoa Chills take a 2-1 over Dubu Party, and we had Whoa Chills taking it over Ball and Ballers as well, and now they're gonna be duking it out here in just a moment. You got any bets here? What do you think's gonna happen?
Me, I'm feeling the oh yeah, whoa chills. They've been running a little behind this season, but we fully expected them to make it into the top 6, and their record has been recovering very fast. And I think that they're going to keep their momentum and they're going to try to knock a match off of Ice Climbers here.
Yeah, I mean, they certainly have the means to do so. All of these players in this lobby are quite good. Only one of them verified, though. Cake's finally getting that check mark after a little bit of fighting for themselves, but pretty well deserved. Cakes usually has a solid amount of viewers each time they go live, but yeah, so I mean, these are again familiar names. See them all the time in competitive games.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know who to give it to.
Yeah, this is honestly, I feel like one of the two strongest teams in the Nasty League here, and I think we're gonna see two very close games. You know, I hope for my sake and everyone else's that it's very interesting.
For sure, for sure. As easy, I mean, so I watch a couple of my other friends play sometimes. While I just spectate their games, and Z's in their game a lot, just hitting the Octavia like kill machine, just literally ignoring cast to last and picking 1-2 punch and just only trying to kill with Octavia. I'm not sure we're gonna be seeing that in actual, tournament league gameplay here, but I mean, would you count it out after seeing like 10 plus kills per game? I don't
No, I
know.
wouldn't. I think we might see it. I think we've seen it one other time actually on the Nasty stream, and yeah, it's a pick that leaves you a little stunned, but when it works, it really works.
Absolutely. You only need, from my experience, even as a goalie, you
Uh-oh.
really only need one multiplier of impact to actually be able to like kill the goalie in their goalie arc. So double that for anyone outside the goalie arc, and that ult will basically kill you at any point. Getting a little restart though.
Yeah, it looks like something happened. I'm not sure what, but something happened. We'll just assume it wasn't a big deal because they fixed it pretty fast.
Sure thing. And Taiko Temple looks like it's gonna be our first little game here. Hold on, let me get this stream open for a second. Make sure I got all fronts covered in just a moment. I get all the information. Yeah, should be a pretty volatile game though, right? On Taiko Temple.
Oh yeah. Oh, we're jumping right in. That was very fast character select. I think. All right, let's go.
Man, it makes perfect sense here to see ZZZ playing Luna, Prize Fighter as the star, Castellas also showing up, but not too much powerful characters coming from Castellas. Now is solid with it, but actually they're gonna lose both barriers already here. Ice Climbers is gonna have to do a little bit of something here, try to get the ball right over to Lamad XD, maybe get a double in just a second. He actually got the crooked leverage, but could not seem to make that one work out. And Cakes is actually going to be taking on the Kai goalie here, probably a Juno ban. I couldn't see for myself, but man, ZZ gets on right on in there, pass winter freezer top side. First point to Whoa Chills, dude.
That was some very fast open barriers for the first point of the game. I mean, it just looked like maybe they just were booting up the brain a little bit, but definitely started holding after the first 20 seconds, and it's about a 30-second point, but ooh, and a good Giga right there. Really showing the strength of, oh yeah, Woo Chills. They, like I said, they're here to fix their record and try to get that top 6 locked in. There's only 3 more weeks to get that top 6, so it's anyone's game.
And indeed will be anyone's game. And we even see Cakes foregoing cast to last on Kai just to take Prize Fighter I'm going to go ahead and say absolutely they are committing to the destroy the opponents. I mean, my goodness, Kai with Prize Fighter is definitely not something you see very often. And in fact, they're going to be losing a couple of barriers here right now as we have Ice Climbers bringing it on in here, although Lomalix D is going to be literally vaporized through the power of ZZZ's Crater. And this power play could mean destruction as they grab a couple of barriers.
Oh yeah, I think Kai's already got two or three prize fighter stacks, and I'm sure, you know, if Luna took it, which I believe she wouldn't take Castelast, then she does as well, and that is gonna be a real huge snowballing potential for Oh Yeah, Wo Chills right here.
For sure, Prize Fighter does spell Snowball, absolutely, and we do see ZZ with 3 stacks already, Cakes with 2. Kind of a lot of power already, and the game has barely even begun. Just 1 point exchange, and we're gonna get Everlasting Taco with a really great barrier beam on top of Winter Freezer. The log is not actually going to be able to hold there, as Asher's primary does have more than 1 hit and a strike behind it. So Wo Chills looking kind of good right now. Those Prize Fighter stacks are only gonna go up.
Yeah, Wo Chills is looking really strong right now, and I do believe that they had said they were going to be blue team in the chat, and they did not end up getting the blue team, and I do have to switch the scores. So, but feel free to keep talking about the match here.
I will indeed be talking about the match as they grab another kill. Couple of assists on there. Taco's going to grab another stack of Prize Fighter into the top side of ZZZ, going to help get that one in there for Cakes, but the Fortress is actually going to hold. No shenanigans from Dubu's ult there. Taco looking a little bit low there. They're going to try to get a couple of those Prize Fighter stacks removed. Maybe get a kill, though. They are actually going to regenerate to half and stay alive. Down to the bottom lane, though, ZZZ is going to try to get that flip off of Jack Limestone, but it's not going to work exactly, although we do get a nice dagger, and they do find a great kill there onto Limestone. ZZZ doing exactly what they were born to do.
Yeah, this is looking really like a dominating game by Oh Yeah, Wo Chills. It's 0-2 already. They had the power play. It's like, yeah, they didn't have the barriers, but they're just commanding, getting stacks. You know, if you score too fast, you can't get stacks, but, you know, they reset after the set anyway, so maybe they didn't have to do that.
They do reset after the stacks, but when we see Everlasting Taco actually getting out the protractor for that hit, getting a wild strike up to a beautiful bounce off the center drum there to pretty much mix up Winter Freezer there. Gonna be a tough one to block, and Wo Chills is gonna grab their first perk here for Luna. Probably the character on the team you do want to get the first perk, but don't actually end up finding any direct damage, although, of course, Rapid Fire would have been, you know, translating directly into damage, but Catalyst being such a strong awakening, that's all they can get right now. Rapid Fire going to fall right into Cake's hands. Team player pretty happy for Winter Freezer right now. Rampage could become a true menace, as Everlasting Taco has a ton of things to stack right now. ZZZ, stacks on stacks might be one of the most interesting things I've seen him take, considering his playstyle, his character choices in general. So just kind of opting for core control speed. Hey, I mean, unless he's going to tell me, yeah, speed translates into damage, you know what? Maybe he'll make me eat my words then.
Yeah, I mean, if they can't escape you, which, you know, Luna pretty much catches you anyways at the speed of her dash and the missiles and the nuke anyway. She doesn't really have to be right on you like an X. But, you know, name a more iconic duo than Rapid Fire Kai. You know, that's pretty good. You know, we got
Rapid Fire Kai.
Yeah, we got everything going on. You know, no Castelast though. I'm a big fan of Castelast, but we're seeing that Prize Fighter is still taking names. So Kai's Barrage with that Rapid Fire, maybe you can start using it for damage too, not just core control, not just for saving. That's gonna be big.
Yeah, of course. Each stack of Prize Fighter is going to make that barrage a little bit stronger. Rapid Fire going to make it come up a little bit more often. That is definitely damage. Taco deciding to go down on that hit, and they do end up getting killed, though, in return. Actually going to kill Winter Freezer there and get that one in there. Taco actually keeping control there. ZZ on the top lane to also help that one in. It's going to be another point for Wo Chills. They're kind of looking at a sweep right now. Again, they're just going to keep getting stronger, and you really only lose one stack of Prize Fighter when you die. It's not easy to reset that. And it looks like that Ice Climber is going to have a tough time here, as they're going to lose another member of the team. Jack Limestone flying into space right now. Of course, Taco is going to sacrifice a barrier just for the heck of it. And they're going to continue this onslaught from the top side.
Yeah, we're already seeing more power plays back to back from Oh Yeah, Whoa Chills, because I just can't stop talking about that. The crazy idea for Kai goalie to take prize fighter, but you know, it's not crazy if it works. Honestly, I love this. You know, a lot of people say damage is too strong, and you know, maybe they're right. But I mean, when it's tripled prize fighter stacks, it's to be expected. It's not. It's not that damage is too strong. It's just everybody has the right item.
I partially agree. I am definitely in the boat of damage is too strong, especially coordinated gameplay from high-level players such as these is going to make it so you might not have even needed Prize Fighter as long as you coordinate a little bit of damage. Each character, just like causing that regen to stop happening. One little tap is all you need. But man, we have a big core control here from Everlasting Taco and ZZZ gonna try to get that one in. They're gonna get another kill. You can see the level difference is just expanding as far as I can. In fact, that was also the next set cleaned up by Whoa Chills. Check out the levels here. We have level 6s all over the place for Whoa Chills, level 4, 4, and 3 for Ice Climbers. They are really taking the pain right now. I mean, we also see Lamau XD with Prize Fighter stacks 0, has been 0 for quite some time. And it doesn't seem like it's going to go anywhere as they're going to get denied a little bit of stagger here. And Luna's going to get Deadeye, so I mean, mate, what now, guys?
Oh man, little cursed. For some reason, the Discord pings are going through the stream, but you know we'll get to that in a moment here. And otherwise, back to the game. I do agree that is going to make a huge difference in this match. I mean, it's just bang. What can I say? And they're not even in this league.
Yeah, right? It's just going to be nothing but hellish existence here for the side of Ice Climbers, unless I can make something crazy happen with this hot shot. I mean, we do have Winter Freezer with some of the more core controlling, or maybe core speed perks here right now. Maybe the team player speed is just what they need to help them not get their passes interrupted, get that one on through there. We do see Jack taking specialized training to help with the healing a little bit, maybe an extra special if they could possibly survive. This set is what they need to do it here, stacking a little bit of team player to the bottom side, but Taco actually reacting nicely, but gonna get Strike War loss from Lamau XD. Actually wasn't really a Strike War. Their Strike was on cooldown, but mounting some sort of offense, finally getting picks to use their flip is maybe the best they've done so far, but it looks like we're gonna have Jack Limestone get kind of double teamed there. Again, coordinated gameplay, coordinating those knockbacks, not even needing to do the damage, and Whoa Chills again is in this dominant position.
You know, it's something I just thought about that might be a huge factor into the prize fighter picks here is Kazan and Now do have some of the lowest health pools in the game. And, you know, maybe they would have been better off not making those picks this game on a triple prize fighter start.
It is definitely worth thinking about. It doesn't seem like the side of Whoa Chills is really going to go any heavy damage because, I mean, you know, normally you don't think of Kai as like a real damage character. Asher has the potential to, but again, yapping away, Taco gets a nice hit to the bottom side. Again, the barrier beam is so difficult to deal with. You're really going to have to do a vertical hit there. If you have to just do the opposite direction. If she's coming in vertical with the barrier beam, you got to hit that directly up or down. But it is difficult to figure out in the moment as we're going to have the Path Splitter actually split Taco's face in two as they're going to fall right off that map right there. Cakes is going to try to push in, make something happen here with this rapid fire barrage. ZZ to the top lane, but this 2v3 is probably going to be a little difficult for them to grab any barriers, but they are going to lose one in the process there. Finally, a little bit of offense, but it's going to get nullified by the team of Taco and ZZZ.
Whoa.
Difficult to deal with that damage there.
That was one of the fastest 0 to deaths I've ever seen in this game. That was just like, it looked like one hit, but it was really a coordinated attack by Everlasting Taco and ZZZ, and they just ceased to exist. It was hard to believe what I just witnessed.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, now one of the lowest, probably the, unless Octavia's, I think Octavia might actually be lower, but now one of the definitely lower health pools in the game. It's gonna have Jack Limestone lose a Strike War there to Everlasting Taco. Unfortunate for them. It looks like Whoa Chills is on match point already and kind of felt uncontested this game.
Yeah, it's just, oh my gosh, another kill by Kai with the prize fighter. He's a prize fighter. I mean, come on. he'll be playing in, hopefully in Prize Fighter this Friday night. No, jokes aside, this is an extremely commanding game from Oh Yeah, Whoa Chills. Despite the fact that they are the ones fighting against the power play, it almost just doesn't feel like it with the coordination this team has been putting on.
For sure. We do get a nice hot shot fortress, though, to help get that barrier. Could this be their point? Yes. Oh, my God. This might have been their first point in this game, possibly second if I'm missing one, but I do not think it's been more than two.
I believe you're correct. I think that is the situation we're in currently. But that's signs of life, and that's what you need when you're this far behind.
Absolutely. I wish they had a little bit more scaling. I mean, Lamau XD does have Adrenaline Rush. If they could find... Good lord, that was an unholy amount of damage to Jack Limestone there. But yeah, if they can coordinate some sort of damage or knockback, that Adrenaline Rush could be exactly what they need. We saw in another game of NAST the other day, Juliet getting the Adrenaline Rush was all that they needed to win. I'm not being able to remember the team names right now or the characters played, but they're going to have another power play in the favor of Woe Chills, and this could be the end of this first game.
It's getting a little scary with that, dude. Oh, never mind. The Tofu Fortress was not gonna cause them an own goal after all, and Woe Chills will be taking a game one.
For sure, we see 3 stacks Prize Fighter still on Kai, 3 on Z, 1 on Taco. I think they were killed a little earlier on in that point, but boy, that was not enough. We definitely saw some kills there from that Giga Blast. The power must have been coming in handy there for that extra knockback. So hey, you know what? I'll give it to Cakes there. Perhaps that exactly was the right call there, as they knew they were going to get a ton of kills in general. So hey, hats off to you there, Cakes.
Absolutely. We said it was a strange pick at the start, and it didn't feel very strange by the end. It felt warranted for sure. A lot of people don't think of Tycho as a kill map, but it kind of is, honestly.
I agree, and I would be surprised to hear people say Taiko is not a kill map. I'm not gonna lie. And if you take a look here at the stats, which we might have already seen here on the stream, but we're looking at some replays right now. We see 15 kills here for Woe Chills, 10 of which are in ZZZ's hands, and 5 of which alone are Cakes as well. Taco just helping out with some damage, 15k on that front, but man, kind of crushed the Ice Climbers there in damage and kills. Dwarfed them in literal player lifespan. And could we see that again in the next game? Or will we have Ice Climbers maybe take a little more of an aggressive stance here and try to put that one right back in their face?
Yeah, they're going to have to play like demons now because they're already down 1. They got to get the 2 in a row. And, that's a situation I never like to be in. And I'm sure many other OS players really feel like you're staring them down the barrel, because man, it's tough to get 2 in a row in this game. Anything can happen in Omega Strikers.
For sure. I mean, especially when you're against a strong team like Woe Chills. These guys have been around for a while, and they ain't going anywhere. So you got your work cut out for you there, Ice Climbers. I'd like to see what we have coming on in the next game. Do we know the next map here, as I cannot see it myself?
That is I will update you in just a moment. Let me just take a peek here. They are currently
they've already
getting the
changed
Awakenings. So
okay. So
I believe it's Demon Dice, actually.
All right, we're actually going to Demon Days.
We're actually going there.
this
league does contain it.
Yeah, this is new. I mean, this is new in the rotation now, right? Just because of this week. Actually, what day is it? What day is it? It's Monday. Yeah, it's as of this week. We have Demon Deus and Inky's back, which is catastrophic for some people. As oh, we don't know. I mean, I don't know exactly if Ice Climbers is going to be playing some fat damage, but Lord Almighty, we already see Kai with Prize Fighter, so I could tell you, Woe Chills is probably thinking. They're probably thinking Luna Vice is about to hit the streets.
So it might not be a damage game because it's going to be a twin drive unstoppable angle, actually.
Unstoppable is interesting. I feel like Kazan, right? This feels like a Kazan moment, right? Because Kazan's pretty good against unstoppable in general, having a ton of low cooldowns and light hits to knock that one off there. But you know what? I'm saying it's just gonna be fat damage. I don't even care. I think there's gonna be fat damage this game. Vice. And Luna showing up in this game again. We just hope or I guess perhaps Ice Climbers hope they can grab the Vice.
You know, last week I made a mistake of saying the 6 unstoppable start was going to be pretty honk shoe, but it was not. Matter of fact, the enemy team reverse sweeped and just killed them through the unstoppable on repeat, and it was a little shocking to say the least. But the coordination from that team was just so good that the unstoppable might have well not have existed for the enemy team.
Yeah, I mean, you knock that thing off and it's down for 6.5 seconds. I mean, you're trying to coordinate damage within 2.5 seconds, as I believe that is the regen timer. So if you are doing your job, you're not even close to getting Unstoppable showing up again. And that's probably what they're going to be looking for, especially Twin Drive giving you another skill, another attack in general. So that is just going to cause more damage. IMO. I think we'll probably be seeing the Luna again. I mean, that seemed to work out quite well in that game. And I mean, even Asher, we could have the same team show up for the side of Woe Chills, as I think all those characters are solid on this map.
Yeah, the rosters that these two teams have can definitely play on Demon Dice. That is not something that I would be very shocked to see come out of their rosters. And we're just waiting on the bans now. Just waiting. Winter Freezer's team will be taking red actually, so we're gonna see Ice Climbers go red.
All right, that's fair. You know, red team does get what is it, Matt? Usually it's ban first and then pick your two characters at the same time, kind of thing.
You know,
So
this was something as an OSAS player that just didn't quite click for me until someone explained it. So yeah, I do think it can be quite strong now that someone explained the theory behind it. But if you
well, go
want to
ahead,
go over
explain it to
that,
the viewers here.
yeah, yeah. No, no, I'll have you do it. I'm too brain rot for that.
Huh. Hey, I mean, either way, red team gets to pick their first two characters first. A little easier to synergize and play around the opponents. As sometimes, you know, with this new snake draft, though, being first pick definitely has a strict benefit, though. If they're going to try to do something like first pick Vice, that's not going to be happening for red team unless they try to ban it, though. So it's like, think about Amy's app, right? In the new snake draft, you would never choose red team. I think you would never choose red team unless you're 100% banning Rasmus. You're trying to leave Rasmus open and force the ban onto the opponents there, as you could get first pick. But it is a little strategic back and forth. You know, you get your first two characters versus your actual snake draft first pick. The strategy does go into it.
Yeah, I've definitely fallen victim to the Rasmus first pick on that map when they have first pick. So it really
It's a
sucks that
trap,
you have
bro.
to lose your band that way on that map.
Yeah, it's a trap. It's a strategy. Now that doesn't really work on every map, of course. I mean, you could say something like, "Okay, I absolutely don't want to play against Estelle on like, I don't know if you have to play on A10 or if you have to play on
Oni Village.
Oni Village." Yeah,
Yeah.
Oni Village Estelle is kind of maybe the best character in general there. I mean, of course, we have like Juno is like really great too. Rasmus shows up as like the brawler, and then of course Kai. Can't forget about those are the four, the king four for the open maps there. But either way, we're going on Demon Days, so we're not even going to be seeing Estelle most likely. This is going to probably be some punching stuff. I mean, again, red team has like the easiest time getting X era, of course,
So
depending on the map.
interestingly enough, the bands were now Juno, and and we are playing on the Demon Dice, so that's a little interesting. I guess you don't want now full healing your team if you're trying to kill them.
Okay.
The Juno, I can see the Juno. Cakes' Juno is pretty good. But no, actually, I've seen plenty of games where Juno's been pretty good at getting the barriers on that map. Actually, Juno's been kind of a nightmare for me on that map at times. So it really depends on the pilot, I think.
Sure. I mean, I think it is. Those are rather fair bans, right? We have World Chills banning out now. I don't think they actually were targeting Jack. Realistically, probably just targeting the now. She's like pretty good at closing the top and bottom lanes there when you're trying to get it down in, and the healing again also definitely be showing up. But banning out Cakes, I would say, because Juno isn't particularly a strong pick on this map, in my opinion. But forcing Cakes back onto the Kai, or possibly taking the Kai, if they don't decide to first pick it, will force Cakes
So
onto Mako, probably. I
it's
think is his
it's
third.
looking like Cakes is oh yeah, Will Chills is first picked Mako, and
Okay, that's
then
what I thought.
we're getting Zen Asher from Ice Climbers, and
Okay, Zen
followed up
Asher.
by Rune Kai by oh yeah, Will Chills.
Okay, Taco plan. Okay, he said Mako. Rune Kai. That's an interesting one. Man, boy, that is an interesting one. I mean, of course, Taco is definitely a little well versed there playing Rune. And ZZZ gonna play Kai? Question mark. Maybe Cakes will play Kai and ZZZ will play Mako. I feel like Mako forward is a little bit more in ZZZ's corner there, as she does have a solid amount of moves. She's got some pretty strong damage there.
And then Ice Climbers locks in Drekar to finish their team. It is
Hmm.
Drekar Zen Asher versus Mako Rune Kai.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Drakkar is man. I feel like Winter Freezer's a melee goalie player, but I normally would say Drakkar is the goalie in this situation,
I'm thinking so.
right? And so that's kind of what I'm feeling. I mean, a Drakkar forward is not super bad, but we did just see last week, or I guess this week of NAST, we had Drakkar showing up a little bit and actually doing a really solid job. Again, kind of forgetting the names of exactly who I was commentating, but it made Drakkar look pretty strong. Man, I'm kind of a noob. I'm a big old noob for not remembering the names right now, but I was at work for 12 hours, so I'm gonna sit on my ass and just start commentating.
Oh man, I know that feeling, so can't blame you there.
I got no brain right now.
That's me. I got home from work too, set up the stream after being forced to eat fast and getting right into Omega Strikers. But there's a lot worse things you could be doing on a Monday night, so I feel good to be here, even if I am a little brain fried.
True, you could be doing crack.
You could be, and
You
I
could
don't
be.
suggest the viewers at home do that. If
Don't do it.
there
That's
are
stupid.
many things better for you to do than that. Even watching paint dry.
It is actually better. But we do see, actually, it's going to be Asher goalie, and we do have Drakkar forward here. I love getting the name bugs. That stinks for me. Either way, though, I'll have to watch the stream a little bit.
Don't
Yeah,
worry.
okay, so Mako forward, as I thought. Ziza is definitely going to be enjoying the Mako forward, as she does do a solid amount of damage. And they're going to grab both barriers just about instantly, dealing almost all of Zentaro. Oh, great. Now I'm going to start saying Zentaro because I see it. Lamau XD's health there, and only losing one barrier in the process.
Yeah, it is in fact ZZZ on the Mako forward, Cakes on the Kai, Everlasting Taco on the Rune. We got Lal Lamau on the Zentaro, Jack Limestone on Drakkar, and Asher is Winter Freezer. So if you couldn't see the names, that's what we got.
I will simply remember this as okay. Winter Freezer, unfortunately, gonna get kind of jailed by the one good thing Mako forward is good at, other than dealing some pretty good damage, is hitting the ult on the goalie and making that jail cell feel pretty cramped on in there. Gonna get that first point. Woe Chills once again starting out pretty strong. We see ZZZ already going for the primary there, do a little bit of damage. Even the secondary aiming it towards Lamau XD, trying to get him out of there. The Banish comes in, but it's not going to do all that much. We do see Jack Limestone a little bit low right now, but we're going to have a little bit of defense from Winter Freezer, holding the line as we have ZZZ aiming their thing once again here at Jack Limestone, but he's not going to fall just yet on just the barrier as well.
Yeah, Mako Forward is actually very, very, very good on this map in my opinion. But me being a Mako Forward main, I would almost want to say that about her on every map, but that is absolutely not true. And I think she has good damage pressure on this map, good abilities to push the corners on this map with secondary. It's really a nightmare for the enemy team if you're doing it right. And I think ZZ is showing us that they do have this character in their roster.
Sure. I think particularly Mako is good while the barriers are up, but in this form, I think it is a little too open for Mako forward to have as much presence as the barriers are easy to hit. We're going to have now XD trying to get the Oni's Blade invincibility. Just try to survive a little bit longer here. We got Cakes almost in a precarious situation. The Winter Freezer down over to Jack Limestone. but it looks like Lamau XD can't really take the position they need to, as they are currently staggered, now unstaggered, so they do have a chance at getting this one in there if we could just get Jack Limestone unstaggered.
You know, I kind of agree with you on that. The barriers being Mako's very strong point on this map, without a doubt. You do want to sink it as fast as you can once you do that, because yeah, I would agree. When both sides are completely open, it starts to feel like Otten City, and that is definitely not her first map.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the perfect pitch is pretty good, at least solid projectile even on the open maps, but kind of easier to play around as she gets real slow while she's casting it here. Can't get Taco grabbing a kill onto Jack Limestone. Not going to work out with that banish just yet. We have the ensnare jumps to try to grab a barrier, but not going to work out though. Winter Freezer holding the line right now. A barrage. Winter Freezer kind of AFK, questioning their existence as they're standing into midfield. Not sure exactly what happened there, but we do actually get a kill from the Mao XD onto Taco there. Okay, Jakar going to actually die in the Xenocloak. Super rare situation to see that one happen. That was kind of fire.
Yeah, yeah. You know, I think I've probably seen Jakar die on Xenocloak on this map more than any other map. Oh, excellent Giga Blast from Cakes right there. Oh, and an amazing Molten Bolt by Jack Limestone to get their first point and see if they can reverse sweep this set before it's too late.
Oh, that was nasty. That was like that was actually just like future sight read there from Jack. We had Cakes do a pretty solid stall there and actually beat Lamau XD in that war, but man, actually had Jack totally on point there. The ball is up over here to Taco. Dude, can Winter Freezer get this one out of here before Taco grabs a couple of barriers with the assistance? Yes, they kind of do clear that one out. Cakes using Barrage to clear it out once again. Keep these barriers safe.
You know, that's one thing I've noticed consistently against the Kai Jakar matchup is Kai Barrage usually beats Jakar's flowchart, and that's pretty relevant. You know, midfield Jakar versus Kai midfield, or goalie, you know, Kai versus, you know, Jakar anything. It really makes a big difference when you've got one set of projectiles versus a whole barrage of projectiles, and it makes it a lot easier for the Kai to defend a straightforward Jakar gunshot.
Yeah, I could definitely agree with that one. Barrage is definitely going to be a barrage of bullets. That's definitely one of the things that makes Jakar forward a little bit lackluster. They kind of only have one trick. Oh, really nice dribble there off of the, what we call this, the sound wave barrier here. The sound waves on the top. Actually, really nice drum and bass hit there.
Yeah, that
from
was
ZZZ.
That was a mix of using the sound wave and her secondary to warp it in a way that Winter Freezer wouldn't expect a normal character to do. And it's one of the strengths of Mako, is to pull such maneuvers on your opponents.
Hey, you know, it's funny, in the beginning of this game, I was like, yeah, Twin Drive just does more damage. Twin Drive is damage. Look at the damage you're going to get for Twin Drive. But we really have Woe Chills taking 3 unstoppables. And it is kind of working out right now, but man, was I wrong on the Twin Drive pick? We do have 2 players on an Ice Climber taking it though, and not sure if it has worked out all that much yet. The Unstoppable just kind of, I don't know, maybe it's just making them unstoppable right now.
It's definitely an awakening you want on a map like Demon Dice if you don't want the other option, and you know, it's not that surprising to me that they would lock it in. Mako. Yeah, she does a lot of damage, but like the counter Mako, you kill Mako, so I'm not surprised they went, you know, the unstoppable at all, really.
Yeah, I think the damage just hasn't really shown up yet for Ice Climbers, although I would say that the character selection here does have potential to get some good damage. Really great Giga Blast from Cakes there to defend away that flip. We're going to have Lamau XD try to get another shot here with Jack Limestone. We're going to get jailed a little bit by this Ensnare Drum and immediately targeted. Not going to end up getting a kill on him, though, as we're going to have Taco come back for a little support. Dead.
Yeah, this... you know, it's not exactly looking like the last game where it was just one team completely killing the other team. I feel like this game has a lot more potential for it to go both ways, and that will make it a lot more interesting. For the power plays to happen from both sides rather than it just kind of be one team, you know, murdering the other team on, you know, ad nauseum. So
Oh, so the Oni Blade kind of stuffing the flip there. That, as far as I know, now chat, you can correct me here, and I want chat to say something about this. Cakes got stuffed by the Oni Blade that it was already active, but there's a lot of situations where you could simply strike the ball through the Oni's blade and he'll slash it on the other side. Guys, I think it's legitimately kind of random. Like, it feels like a situation where a human could not actually, you know, quantify the situation where you would or would not get stuffed in there. So tell me, chat, is it random? It feels random. I know you can see the attacks. I know it's 4 swings and then the blade, but you can sometimes strike it right through, guys, for real. Tell me, chat. Say something.
Mycotic's saying you can get it down consistently. They bet, you know. I mean, I bet.
They do bet.
We really need someone like Borg in the chat. You know, he would know this answer.
I've been trying to figure this out for a while, because it's usually like, okay, Zentaro ults on you. Ults on you and the ball. What do you do? And he's close enough to strike. What do? You strike the ball through his ult. You strike the ball away from him while you're standing in it because it takes one of the hits. Maybe, I don't know. All of the situations that could have happened to me before. We just saw one that was like the most catastrophic it could get. I mean, Cakes even had extra core speed for that, and it stopped at frame 1. So I don't know. It feels so inconsistent.
You know, maybe it's a latency thing. You know, Omega Strikers is a game where a lot of moves depend on latency. Like when you're playing Asher, you try to dash the core and you go through the core and you just feel aggravated.
Nice flip. Maybe. I don't know. But what I do know is, well, I don't know. That's what I know. I don't know. But I'm gonna stop talking about that because I think Oni's Blade cannot be figured out yet. Power play not gonna work out. All barriers sitting up still. Got a nice anomaly, but it's not going to land more than 1 barrier, which was, of course, the goal there. Taco's going to try to get it past Jack, but actually going to lose a situation there and lose a barrier in the process. Winter Freezer going to try to get it on up there, but of course, we have Taco preparing for that situation. A banish on the top side, but no cooldowns to help it on through. A flip coming out from Winter Freezer is going to destroy Cakes' last barrier. Flip up for Cakes, use it defensively here, and yes, they find the situation. We have Winter Freezer kind of getting assaulted here by ZZZ, doing their job exactly, and really great defense from Limestone.
ZZZ had a very good idea, but it is kind of hard sometimes to use her secondary against an Asher, because, you know, that primary really defeats Mako's, you know, ult and her secondary a lot of the times. But wow, what a great play from Whoa Chills, despite the coordination from Ice Climbers to kill Mako there.
Yeah, it looked like Winter Freezer was just a pixel off of getting that strike. I believe if they got that strike, Taco would have either had to use theirs or not been in range to actually have to strike or Jack Limestone there. But moving on to this next point, we do see a kill there from the Mao XD, actually getting him on out of there, getting a kill onto I can't see the names. It's making me angry, dude. Who is this guy on their team, bro? It's ZZZ. My bad, dude. I have to wait for him to respawn because I don't have everyone's name memorized in NAST.
Yeah, it's okay. But you know,
I'm dying over here.
Omega Strikers works as intended all the time. What do you mean? But
dude,
no,
this game hasn't worked once, dude.
I feel like Ice Climbers heard me talk about how Mako's weak to damage, because she's been eating a lot of that since this set began. But now they're on a revenge attempt here on Lalamau, and they're going to want it because they got to save themselves from losing this set. Demon Dice is a very dangerous map for Awakenings when it comes to staying alive and winning the match.
Agreed on that one, as we're going to see that flip have to be used here, jailed a little bit here from the ensnare drums, and actually going to lose the situation to ZZZ there. And I mean, it is, what could you say? I don't really blame Winter Freezer for that spot there. It is just kind of tough when you get ensnare drummed, of course, even earlier than you should. You could evade it, of course, but if it hits the ball, then there really isn't much you could do about it. You have to make sure you have cooldowns for that, but you're trying to use cooldowns for the 2v1s, so I mean, that's just what happens when you have pressure, and Woe Chills is showing that off.
Yeah, when you don't have Asher's big barrier beam, there's really not a whole lot you can do against the ensnare drums. It's tough. I mean, every character has a hard time defending from that, except for like Dubu Soup or like, you know, Atlas secondary sometimes. But honestly, even then, it can bounce in patterns that even you, the pilot, don't expect it to, and it just goes in.
Yeah, for sure. I've definitely seen Mako's ult get kind of hinty there, as same as Dubu's Fortress might, and you just lose it backwards, but gonna work on getting it on in here to the bottom side. Kind of a flip used by Jack Limestone. Not much would come out of that. Oh, but dashing strike is not actually going to get it in there. Big ol' hit from the Xeno Cloak. Jack Limestone can't seem to make it happen there. The monumental Path Splitter is also going to help get it out of that corner. Then they have to get some of these barriers. One down, of course. Second one almost. Really great defense there from Woe Chills. Gonna have Jack Limestone once again try to get it on in there. Banish into another dimension there is Lamau XD. And we have a big old flip right in front of the center. And again, really tough situation if you don't just have Barrier Beam right on up.
Yeah, that was a very, very, very textbook Mako forward maneuver. I've done that one hundreds of times, and it almost always works. And that exact positioning in the enemy goal arc, you just let the ultimate bounce it to you, you run up with core flip, you hit stun them or kill them with your core flip, and there's not much they can do about it.
Totally fair, and we do see 3 Stacks Prize Fighter there showing up for ZZZ, once again doing the job they were meant to do. Grabbing explosive entrance, going to give everyone a little bit of speed and even give it, well, only that one impact that they have. The bass and drum a little bit more, 12% damage here. Heavy impact going on to Lamau XD, pretty strong. Castellas though going on to Taco. Actually, everyone grabbing a pretty solid awakening. Reptile Remedy for Cakes is about average. Limestone getting some really great stagger synergy there with the bulk up. And we have Winter Freezer grabbing extra special, which I do pretty much like on Asher. I think it's totally acceptable, and you shouldn't feel too bad about that one. As they're going to get cornered here from the Anomaly, but the defense of all 3 members is going to get that one out of there. Barrier Beam blowing up ZZZ in that situation. Again, triple defense there, but they're making it happen since, like, the barriers are so close together that even when the forward is right on top of it, they can kind of get right back in the fray.
Yeah, you know, I'm having some flashbacks of last game where Cakes had the prize fighter, and I bet he's really wishing he had that prize fighter this game, because it helps a lot when you're forced to make power plays or die to the power plays.
I still, like, even, I know we already saw the game, we saw it work out perfectly, we literally saw it work out perfectly, still don't think I would take prize fighter over Castellast if I was the Kai goalie, but, you know,
Yeah.
Hey, if you're going for literal kills, coordination, maybe.
Agreed. And here we go. We're seeing that coordination on the Mako forward. They're going to have to play a lot more careful against this team because they want them dead, and that's huge.
Agreed, and they are going to die again. Yes, Cake's going to react nicely with that flip, and they're going to have to grab some of these barriers as this power play is only lasting no time, in fact, 0 time, as Cakes is going to be a little out of range for Winter Freezer's nice flip and angle there. This is kind of the best we've seen Ice Climbers do so far, which is 2 points in the same set. And let's see if they can keep this one going, because maybe one more set and a good awakening will be enough to turn this game around and maybe bring this set to a game 3.
You know, I believe they actually were 0-2 on the last set, actually, and they just got reverse sweeped on the previous set, I believe, and they really need to not let that happen 2 times in a row, or they're not going to be in, you know, they're not going to have their perfect record anymore. At least I believe they have a perfect record. But, you know, even still, that's not something to be too depressed about. I mean, they're still going to be in the top 6 regardless, but honestly, I think they can. I'm seeing the drive to succeed from them, so honestly, I don't think they will lose this set just about. At least not for free.
Sure, and we saw, man, Taco going for some big fat damage there, but doesn't actually have any damage multipliers other than the banish lasting a little bit longer there. But they're going to land it. Holy, what a really great Giga Blast there. The extra knockback coming out from the missile prop is going to make that kill happen, and Taco's going to rebound that one, flip it on into the top side. And that was, I mean, that Giga Blast really just kind of made it so they had a chance to win that situation. So Cake's on point for that one.
That Giga Blast was, it sent them so far I did not even expect to kill. But that happens when you're staggered, and Giga Blast is a pretty well scaling knockback against staggered opponents, so I'll take him out real quick.
Yeah, for sure, and Taco doing a load of damage and grabbing a barrier all in the same banish combo there. trying to regen. Lamau XD is going to grab that, but it's going to be a triple threat here as they're going to try to get the barrier, but not through the barrier beam, as Asher's going to hold it just for a moment here, backing up in the wrong spot, but not actually losing the barrier here. We're going to have Giga Blast get an interesting angle there, possibly a flip from Cakes, absolutely onto the backside. The flip wasted, unfortunately, as the barrier still goes down, and they have to still clear it. In fact, even though Winter Fuser spent their flip there, Lamau XD kind of just trying to grasp at straws here for life. Maybe grabs this thing, but man, they're going to lose the situation there to ZZZ. They even had flip up, but didn't need it, and now they have it for this last point.
I've seen some excellent coordination by this team on things such as focusing their damage onto a player, you know, getting the ball to the Mako forward before they die. That is all relevant in this game, and it continues to show why oh yeah, Whoa Chills is coming back this season of Nasty, because the first three games of their record were not hot, but the next three were on fire. And I wonder if they've really practiced the angles on this map, and that's why they chose it, because I've seen some real good knowledge of the angles you can perform on Demon Dice to actually just get that goal barrier from just about anywhere.
Sure, and you'll see this Monumentalist holding the line right there. Taco's Anomaly is going to also hold the line to the midfield, but they're going to finally clear it to the other side of Whoa Chills' goal. Jack Limestone making a play happen here with a lock and load. Kane doesn't make a play with the multiple, but we do see it. Lamau XD is actually going to end up dying there, approaching with the flip. Taco does find it right on through. The needle is thread, and Whoa Chills is taking that win.
Yeah, that is 2-0. Whoa Chills Ice Climbers. Pretty dominant show of force by Oh Yeah Whoa Chills. We haven't got to see them a whole lot this season, but what we just witnessed, it proved what I said at the beginning. They wanted to recover their record, and they want to be in that top 6. They do not want to lose any more games this season of Nasty.
As nobody would, most likely. And we take a look at some stats here. Not a ton of KOs, but we do have ZZZ with the most damage in the game by a lot. I mean, I guess you could say 5 KOs is a completely solid amount there. Of course, getting 8 as a team there compared to the 4 on the other side for Ice Climbers. And the damage difference does seem to be pretty obvious. I mean, being down a player on this map, the barriers go down a little bit quick when it's on the back side. So you can even see in some of these replays here. Actually, we're on
I don't know how
right
that replay got stuck in there, but yeah, it did.
We're on Tycho right now. Check out that one. That was pretty crazy, right? There we go. Getting a little bit of replays on this side. We can see that, man, Cakes, even though, again, never getting to play Juno, has been working on that Kai a good amount, getting on in there, making it happen. Jack Limestone impressing me here with the Jakar forward, actually doing some really great cues, getting some barriers. Sometimes, if you don't have a cooldown for the lock and load, it is just simply 2 strikes. So you need 2 hits, and you know, if you don't have Barrage up as the Kai, you're probably going to lose that situation.
You know, I really thought I was watching a Kai goalie main and not a Juno main that whole game, because they had everything on point versus that Jakar and Zentaro forward pressure. And that's hard to do, because one of them goes and checks your object permanence, and the other one just jumps on you in a moment's notice, and you got to be ready for that.
Yeah, I mean, we had Whoa Chills doing a lot of damage in these sets. I mean, ZZZ, of course, looking for damage, looking for kills on every front. And when Ice Climbers just could not hold the line there, they could not survive long enough. The damage, the kill coordination from Whoa Chills was quite solid that game, and they got a well-deserved win. But, hey, stay tuned, of course. We still have another match coming up here. It's gonna be Ballin' Ballers, right? That's the next one.
Yeah, it's Ballin' Ballers, and I believe Corpse Control. Yeah, Corpse Control.
All right.
So
should be another solid game here as far as last week goes. Let's take a look here. We had Corpse Control taking a 2-0 win over Nerd Boom, and also taking a 2-0 win over Fluffy Fiesta, as Ballin' Ballers was taking a win over IME Myself and over Whoa Chills, in fact. The team we just saw right there. So Ballin' Ballers feeling pretty good right now. Corpse Control 2-0 as well, but, you know, no one's going to be 2-0 after this one.
Yeah, it's gonna Someone's got to fall. There is no tie situation in Omega Strikers. Well, maybe score wise, but there's no tie games in Omega Strikers.
Sure.
That's what matters.
Indeed. It's going to be a interesting game as we're going to load up the players in here in just a moment. Maybe 2 moments, in fact.
I
Chat,
think.
Chat, do you have anything to say about this last game or possibly the next game coming up? Do you guys have any bets yourself? Like who's winning, Corpse Control or Ballers? Like what do you guys want to win?
I'm feeling ballers myself. You know, Ballin' Ballers performed so well in their season of OSAS, going undefeated, that they've really become a household name in the Omega Strikers community at the mid level.
All right, super solid. In fact, I do also know all these players here, as I was definitely casting Osa's last season there, and that was pretty sick. But now, things are a little bit different, right? Because a team like Corpse Control most likely wasn't going to be in Osa's, right? Like we got some pretty normal names here. Twisty Golden Flowers as the looks like the starters here, actually. Okay, I thought I had the names wrong there for a second, but yeah. Nope, sorry, I looked at the wrong names again. I was like, dude, what is that? I know these guys. That's not the right team. Sorry, Corpse Control is Carmine. I was like, I know it's Carmine. Anyway, Zach Smack, Carmine, and Andy. I was like, dude, no way, I just played them. Either way, I don't think this team would have been in OSA's exactly at the same time. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that Ballin' Ballers have their work cut out for them, and I will have to say I think they might be the underdog right now.
Yeah, I do think they are the actual underdog, but they have gumption. They have that spark, and I really expect to see a lot out of them moving forward. I think that other teams aren't quite ready yet, so we might have to go on a break or an extended break here, which is good because I can get water. So I think we're gonna have to push it to a BRB, and we will be back when the game is ready.
All right.
All right, we got your game. Sorry about the delay. There was a lot of discussion going on and some other issues, but we are ready and we are in game now with Corpse Control
Absolutely.
versus Ball and
Uh,
Ballers.
Finally, my goodness. Oh, is this trick with name off? Question mark.
I don't know who has name off. There isn't some strict rules on name off in Nasty, but we did just show the lobby, so we do know that it is the real players. So no tricks here. Smile.
Trick, bro. You know, this is trick. Anyway, yeah, we're getting on into it here. Finally, Corpse Control and Ball and Ballers. You know Ball and Ballers pretty well from OSAS, and you've certainly seen the players here from Corpse Control on a couple of times before. And finally getting on into it here. A couple of pretty normal. Actually, I would say that this is a little interesting to have Trick on the brawler position. I usually see Trick playing something like goalie more often than not, but either way. Dude, Trick is not a brawler player, right? I'm not just losing it.
A lot of players have swapped their roles this season of NASL, NASA, and Nasty, so I wouldn't really be surprised if that was the case.
Sure, that makes some sense, I suppose. We saw even like a couple different players, Forgot, Borg, trying to take on different roles here as well, but
Even I've been considering it for OSAS, so
yeah.
we'll have to see.
So switching to what?
Midfield. Maybe.
Okay. Oh, man. Man, we're yapping away, and we just have Corpse Control grabbing 2 kills, double power play, and, well, using the flip to get that goal, probably unnecessary, but done as well. 2 stacks of Prize Fighter for each of these players here, Andy and Trick. Carmine opting to take the Siege Machine. I really like the Siege Machine as a starter perk in general, since it invites a lot of different archetypes in general, being a kind of a creation player myself. But we're going to see a lot of Prize Fighter here and probably a bunch more damage coming in from Corpse Control for sure.
Oh yeah, this is some absolute domination by X right now. This is normal X night market gameplay, if I do say so myself. I don't think there's much to be argued against that in this. When what we're seeing, taking two players to no health and then almost scoring and then just making it hard for Ball and Ballers to really do a whole lot right now.
Yeah, we see Spruce Log kind of on the front lines by themselves in a lot of situations, as the Fox Dio cannot seem to catch up and help with the offense. In a lot of situations, Carmine doing a great job of reducing the amount of pressure here and causing players to use cooldowns just to get the ball past, making that just a lot easier for the goalie. Also, Trick using the X Maximus to deal a little bit of damage here, try to get some control. And we have Spruce Log at just about nothing here. They're probably going to look for a kill in just a moment. Of course, Andy playing the Luna. We know him to play most often. Certainly a Luna main in my eyes. They're going to get the kill for sure. Andy making it happen there. The power play is active, and now it's just a couple of barriers left for them.
Yeah, it's just they are definitely one of the stronger teams in this league, Corpse Control that is. And, Ball and Ballers is a very strong team. They played with each other a long time. Spruce is actually one of their subs, I believe, so they aren't exactly playing on the main roster. Not to say that's really a bad thing necessarily, but that just means that maybe they have maybe a little less comms coordination with each other than maybe otherwise. But an excellent core flip pass to the X all the way on the other side of the field to sink it in.
Sure, we do normally see Bebop as the main starter here for Ball and Ballers, but yeah, Spruce Log coming on in here to help out. That's great. Look to see 3 Prize Fighter stacks onto Luna, 3 onto Trick as well. They're really making it happen here with the damage. We see a couple of power plays showing up. Now we have Carmine grabbing their first choice of Awakening here, looking for as much damage as physically possible with Deadeye, letting a Rapid Fire drop it down to the era. It's kind of a big deal, but of course lots of powerful Awakenings here. Quick Strike landing onto Trick's X there. Missile Prop is acceptable. 1-2 punch for Luna also really great when you're trying to do the combo here with the missile and the boost, the whammy and the boost, that is. And I think getting the bulk up for Spruce Log was actually pretty good. A solid pickup there, some good damage and stagger, and that's probably what they're looking for as long as they can stay on the map.
Yeah, and stay on the map. They are not, because there goes Spruce Log. Lou Foxio does not look long for this world. Inches from just devastation right there. It just, it may not be Era X, but this IME X that we're seeing is just as potent. It's at least they're making it look that way.
Yeah, doing a whole lot of damage right now, but they did lose a player right there. But it's not going to matter as Carmine finds a nice flip past Bebop. I'm sorry, I said Bebop before as their main thing. Bebop's been in here. It's Anime Milky's, right? The one that we're actually
No, Dr.
missing.
Bebop is the... Anime is the one missing. Yeah,
Milky's. I said Bebop earlier. But I don't know, he's just... Sorry, again, this is like the 12 hours. Like, I have no brain at all, in no capacity, but I'm still trying my best here.
That's okay. I'm in the same boat. No hard feelings. You know, we're just trying to have a good time despite the hardships. But yeah, they are... You know, they are... Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, wow. Excellent play from Spruce Log. Who said forward in the net can't get the job done? I disagree. Oh... Spoke too soon.
Forward in the net did not get the job done as that top spin is going to cover space that the ball was not in. At least luckily here for the side of Ball and Ballers, Trix X here has 0 stacks of prize fighters. That's a minor benefit there. If they can find more kills onto Trick, you know, killing X is a solid strategy. It's going to cause you to get hit. You know, low mobility, big size, cause you to get hit by a lot of things. But Spruce Log is looking also quite injured here. The minor miscoordination is not going to matter there, as Andy's going to use a whammy to slay the Spruce Log.
Yeah, this is a tough situation. X is a character that scales the longer the game goes, and that's true when he's winning or losing. And you really don't want to have to deal with this guy for too long, and that's why right there, because. If he just starts sitting on your teammates and beating them to death, there's really not much your team can do.
I do agree with that, as we're going to get another flip goal there. Getting Trick to help it on in there with the X. It's going to work out for them actually a little bit too well, as you would normally like to win the sets against X before he starts scaling. But if X is taking the first couple of sets, grabbing Quick Strike on the way, that could only lead to a major disaster, as there's also just a couple of things on the board here that X would love. Rampage, Impact, Drone, even Stinger, just to help kill the goalie. It's almost undeniable right now.
If I was Dr. Bebop, I probably was taking Stinger, but luckily Luna took the Stinger. Oh wait, no, that's not luckily. No. That is terrifying. Oh no. Oh man, if damage was the problem, then they're just only gonna face more this game. I'm not one to say, you know, let's get them in game 2 so soon, but it's certainly feeling that way with the awakenings that Corpse Control just got. I would really dread being Ball and Ballers right now. But sure, they have their barriers up, spot, right? And the enemy doesn't. So I mean, hey, maybe they are figuring this out despite the damage deficit.
Yeah, it is possible there. Bebop looking a little bit low though. Lots of cooldowns coming out. Gonna have to use the flip to evade. But hey, oh, okay, nice indicators there, Odie. But we're gonna have Kazan just spin the top wherever the heck it is, but still find a way to get the kill. Oh, really great flip there from Carmine. Gonna find the angle right past the Foxio on defense to grab that final barrier. Both open right now. Trying to get a top push there with the top spin, and it is actually going to defeat Andy, who was just a little bit too overconfident there. Not recognizing that they kind of missed the strike there because of the top spin and not flipping at all. 1 point on over to the Ball and Ballers, dude.
That is a very good situation for them. They are also getting power plays that last point. And that's what they're going to need, power play for power play, if they want to stay in this game. Otherwise, it's just going to be Corpse Control controlling the corpses of Ball and Ballers. And that's just not really where you want to be when you're trying to make sure you don't lose your chance at getting top 6. I don't know if this game will do it for sure, but their record is wanting, I would say, compared to Corpse Controls, who I think are one of the top 1 or 2 teams right now.
I believe it. We can see a lot of damage coming in, the coordination, the solo damage from Luna, a couple of strong awakenings, making her just kind of a devil to play against sometimes. It's kind of overwhelming the ballers here. They are finding some kills onto Trick. Staggered once again. Can they make it happen here? Spruce Log going to try to get the crooked leverage in a good spot, but it's not going to seem to work out in that situation. They do eventually find it, though. Now a power play for the side of Ballers. The barrier goes down. Carmine with a flip. Carmine with the goal. Congratulations to Carmine for losing the game.
Yeah, sometimes it just goes in and you realize that's the wrong net, and you know, if the enemy's not really scoring goals, are they winning? Yes, they are. But anyways, I think Ballers is awakened now. They are finally. Not only have they scored a point this set, they've scored 2, and they're still up 2 on the enemy team, and that's going to be, you know, probably a motivating factor for them to get this set, because I think they probably were getting a little bit, you know, heart feels bad moments last couple sets, but I see the drive to succeed in them now.
Sure, these things can happen here. They're got 2 points in this next set. To Ember Blaze Flame, it is currently Trick playing as the X right now on the side of Corpse Control. Of course, he has name off, but they're going to have a power play as well once again. The Foxio is going to use their flip here. Yes, they are going to defend that one and almost take the barrier, but they're going to clear it at least. A nice strike shot is going to keep a little bit of possession there. The perfect pitch again, keeping possession, but we do see Spruce Log get kind of chopped up there as they're going to fall right off the map. Once again, staggered. The Maelstrom is going to solo Carmine and the goal, but it looks like the size of Trick is just going to get that one past Bebop, and they're going to do the signature little stride. I'm sure there's an actual name for it, but, you know, I'm brainless right now, so, you know, we're going to go with 1 point here for Corpse Control in this set.
You know, when they're all alive and they're all doing it together, I tend to call it the conga line. Because it does kind of have that vibe, but yes, Ballers are famous for it. You know, maybe that's the tool to keeping their mental up in these hard games with seemingly unwinnable situations, but right now Spruce Log is making it look good over on the enemy side of the field, and it's right back thanks to the Firewall Sentry.
Oh, also Carmine's going to use a nice cyber swipe to jump on in there and get it into the bottom side. Dr. Bebop is not going to get that perfect pitch there in time. This is really Baller's last chance in this set. As you can obviously see, match point showing up here for Corpse Control. And let's see what Ballers has left in the tank here. As Trick actually grabs the ball, tries to get a double, but it does end up getting a single barrier, even with the flip just stunning the goalie. The Foxio on the bottom side, grabbing a barrier of their own. Spruce Log trying their heart out just to get this other barrier. It's so much easier to score the goal than it is to unlock the barriers here. But it's going to be a tough time as Trick is going to just kind of Okie Dr. Bebop, and it's their job to stay alive here with this flip.
Yeah, and you know, Ballers are getting this set. They said, all right, you guys think we're beneath you? Nah. We are taking a set. We're not going to get 3-0'd. We're going to keep our heads cool, get some confidence, not overconfidence, just the right amount of confidence to take this game to at least a set 5. At least I want to see that. So let's hope for that.
True. They're trying their heart out here. They grab prime time on this era who always have rapid fire. That's totally acceptable here. Andy gets a little bit more power, actually a lot more power. Specialized trying to make the earth shake here as the craters are going to be enlarged now. A little bit of stagger onto Carmine. Bebop grabbing the unstoppable, which might actually be super clutch in this game. Spruce Log, no size to go with this Might of the Colossus just yet, but already has a little bit more power with that bulk up. And maybe this is what they need to fight back, although they are on the other side of the power play right now. Era's going to have to find some bewitching beams if they want to nullify some of this aggression.
You know, these power plays are really just again and again, and it's, you know, it's not even like a prize fighter start. It's just it's chaos on the core strike field. It just really says the strength of X, especially on this map, when his size makes it hard to dodge Bellringer in the singular lanes, and just he could just stand on the goalie and get these easy to get goal barriers, you know, with help from the speed boost if the enemy's not denying it. So there's just a lot that you just have to be controlling of on this map, especially that center, or it's just gonna be a steamroll.
Yes, sir. It looks like Trick is looking a little bit low there. The Crooked Leverage is going to get him off the map. Kazan, one of the best characters in the game, and actually confirming kills on staggered opponents here. But not going to find that gold just yet. The Crater is going to make things a little bit more awkward here. Carmine approaching with the flip, but does not want to spend it on just the barrier. Will rather have the opponents take control of the ball and hold on to it. Spruce Slug looking really low. Flying away possibly. Dies, but not before allowing Bebop to grab a goal through all of the hectic situations there. And hey, Ballin' Ballers might actually find a turnaround here.
Yeah, it's just they like I said, I think they got the motivation from that last set. I feel like their whole team is just, you know, unlike us, their brains are fully awakened now, and they are gonna show us why that really matters in a game of Omega Strikers, a game where every play feels like fractions of seconds, and every fraction of a second matters.
Yeah, they're gonna have some good coordination here. Unlike I would right now, we would be the worst. We would be the worst team right now. It wouldn't even be funny. Spruce Log though on the top side, getting it on in there with the pop up, with the slip into the pop up there, working out against Andy's defense. 2-0 right now in this next set. Ballin' Ballers might have actually come alive here. What is the difference maker? Could it be this prime time? Could Era be negating enough of this X here to just really make it happen? Look at this. Trick is going down again. Another power play actually for the side of Ballin' Ballers, and this is a change.
This is unlike anything we've seen this game so far. They are just dominating the field. I think you're right. I think the Era has something to do with it. I mean, the worst thing you could be as X is small. Like, he's known for being the big man, not the small man. And once he's small, it's a goal on you.
That is true. And X only gets bigger as the game goes on, that's for sure. Unless this Era be showing up with the rapid fire primetime as she does. Some of the best defense you can actually have against X. Foxio with a little bit of possession here, using the Maelstrom. Almost gets a really great Maelstrom, but hey, Spruce Log is actually going to end Andy's life there. Score another goal and hold on a second. Boys, your hats are falling off. Ballin' Ballers is bringing this one back.
And this is exactly what I asked for. I wanted to see the set 5 for Ballin' Ballers to pull back a disastrous game, and I think we're gonna get, well, I don't even have to think anymore. We are gonna get that. They are taking it to the set. There's a lot of great things here, like Adrenaline Rush, Explosive Impact, stacks on stacks. Monumentalist for Era if she wants it. It's just looking good, I'd say.
For sure, and I think Era absolutely does want that. Some of the smaller Maelstroms here were actually putting in a lot of work, but the Maelstrom is really going to come out here and cause a ton of havoc, kills, barriers. It's going to happen here, but it all relies on the Fox Dio's skill to place it here. Although Spruce Log actually getting chopped up once again by Trix. X Maximus here. They do end up surviving and regenerating just enough health, as they have a lot of stagger right now, especially with the Reptile Remedy. Is going to keep them in the game for sure. Working on this next barrier, they do end up getting it, holding 2 of their own, and now Corpse Control is under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, they got 3-0'd last set, and it's no surprise why. Oh my gosh, that Monumentalist Era coming in immediately clutch.
Absolutely great setup there by the Fox Dio. Not even tiny, well, fake tiny Luna could escape in that bottom corner, as she is actually the same size as most other characters with the same strike hitbox. Everybody, do not be fooled. Luna's actually a giant in comparison to some of these other characters, even though she looks a little dwarfish there. But Corpse Control taking both barriers immediately. The Maelstrom is certainly going to take this barrier. Actually, if they had something like more projectile range that would have taken the barrier, but they're going to grab the top one instead and focus a little bit of pressure on to this top side as well. They're going to try to get this final barrier, and he goes in for a little bit more damage there. Again, finding another kill for the side of Ballers. This power play, something has changed. Spruce Log, maybe with the extra knockback from Might of the Colossus, heavy impact and some power, might be stronger force to deal with than I thought from the beginning.
Yeah, I think what we're seeing is it's a mix of a lot of the awakenings that have happened here. Like, it is very hard to kill a character even with the smallest health pool with Reptile Remedy, and Prime Time and Rapid Fire Era versus X. As a person who plays X a good amount, that is not a fun game. Like, Omega Striker stops being fun at that point when you're the X player, and we just see back to back why that matters. All the forward pressure is gutted constantly this game.
It really is getting gutted. We have Lufoxio has a sword and shield in the hand, rapid fire to help negate the attack of the opponents with the Bewitching Beam, and the Monumentalist to cause a great attack of their own. Spruce Log getting buffed by the Bewitching Beam as well, causing Might of the Colossus to be outrageous amounts of damage. Maybe that's where some of their kills are coming from. This knockback could be a little bit too much for them to deal with, as one barrier is going to go down for each player. The Creator shows up, but does not get too much done. A flip here from Trick is actually going to work out with the Bull Rush. Explosive entrance, helping it on through there. The Cyber Swipe almost makes it happen, but Bebop is ready for that one. The Unstoppable still up to help them out in this next defensive situation. Control from Spruce Log on the Foxio. It's going to be nullified. They're not going to flip out the flip. Had enough time to react for sure. Dr. Bebop was confident enough to hit it with the Rhythm Strike.
I think so. I think that's what it was, because I'm pretty sure Mako stopped charging the ability, because it is true that she can't flip during a charged ability. It looks like it was already worn off, so I think that was an attempt to use Empowered Strike to win there.
I think so, but they're still looking pretty good in this set right now. 2-1 as it looks. The Cyber Swipe is not going to reach. The flip is going to whiff. Really good for the Ballers, even though they're down 2 barriers right now. Andy's going to come in hot, but we got a couple of extra strikes here with the drum and bass. The Foxio finally gets it past here with the Bewitching Beam to help it on through. Carmine in a Strike War loses. The Cyber Swipe, or the Glitch Pop, is actually not going to work out. Strike Shot is going to work to the top side, help LaFoxio get that one, and it's going to be a push for the bottom side. LaFoxio has flipped to help this one through, down to Spruce Log. This flip could come out right now.
Ooh, I think that was a bit of an unfortunate flip, because you'd never want to flip inside the Mako, whether you're the aggressor or the defender. So, and that's gonna end the game. A slightly ill-placed Luna Dash.
That was crazy. Yeah, it looks like it was a little bit of miscommunication on the top side there with that ensnaring drum, but it seems to have worked out anyway. Ballers kept it together. Spruce Log was just maybe super powerful at the end. We see the red ball from Kazan on overtime, just making things super difficult, even for Twin Drive Luna. And they're actually going to win that one Ballers. See the kills here. Actually, man, we have so many kills on this side here. 16 of them, if I could count. I'm not sure if I can count exactly, but 16 kills maybe.
That is 16 on Corpse Control and 10 on Ballers.
10. We can all count right now.
Even when our brains are a bit fried, we can still pull through on the math. But yeah, I got what I wanted to see from Ballers. I wanted to see them get it close, and then they did. They walked a mile further and won the game, and you can't ask for more when you're looking for exciting Omega Strikers.
Absolutely, but it looks like Iguana might be ready to go for this next game, as they're good, right?
Yep. So just give me a moment here. I'm gonna go to a BRB while we wait for the next game, and we will see y'all very shortly.
Okay.
Hello, everybody. I have Soggy Iguana with me for game 2. We're gonna hop right into this one.
Absolutely. And honestly, I'm super excited to see what this one was. After the last game, the quick reverse sweep was absolutely intense to watch from the sidelines. Hoping to see some excellent gameplay like that coming at you right now. We're going to be starting on Atlas Labs with the awakenings of Spec. What was it?
It was
Spec
Might of the
Training and
Colossus
Might of the
Spec Training,
Colossus?
I think.
Yes, that sounds about right to me. Which is crazy.
Pick your devastation tool, really, honestly.
There's gonna be some fighting happening here. That being said, Vice Mako Juliet, not exactly a composition I would expect on an AtLab market or AtLab start with those awakenings. But I'm excited to see how it plays out.
Oh yeah, I think we're gonna get high quality destruction on Atlas Labs, no doubt. And actually, no, it's Might of the Colossus extra special. It's almost
Extra special.
It's very similar. It's still related to the special, but and it can still increase your damage output should you need it. Yeah, I think we will be seeing a lot of KOs in this game.
Absolutely. Trick already looking at half health. Both teams missing a barrier. The black circle coming up, the black hole rather. Trick looking really low, staggered now, having to waste the elusive as Bebop steals the orb away from them. We're going to be seeing a bit of waffling going in between. Bebop throws out the tofu, but doesn't quite do anything. A hook comes up from Spruce Log, knocking out Trick. They got 10 seconds of power play, able to take the barrier again. Does a pass back to Lufoxio, but doesn't quite find it. Carmine ults, but it isn't enough to catch the core, and Spruce Log sinks it.
It seems they're going in
Great
different
stuff.
directions. That's a little different for Ball and Ballers, but their gameplay sure isn't different from the last game. They're still all gas, no brakes, fixing their mistakes. I think they've realized what they need to do versus this team, and it's
Whoa!
part of it is not getting KO'd like that.
The big old tummy splat from Bebop's can be able to take the power play to the next level. Unable to find the barrier, however, Carmine's able to keep it up, and Andy's absolutely holding down the fort. Lufoxio looking low, however. Carmine got flipped, presumably has special in a few, but Lufoxio able to grab the orb. Spruce Log not quite able to find anything during the advance. Trick tries the dash punch, doesn't succeed in finding the core. Not able to use the ability.
Yeah, we just saw...
Lufoxio, however, gets an absolutely intense barrier there.
Yeah, it's oh, and Spruce is terminated in a quick fashion, but the Tofu Fortress Donuts will be holding on this barrier longer and longer, as to be expected on Atlas Labs, where Duba just stands on the barrier and makes it a nightmare. And an excellent catch from Lufoxio to steal the barrier and almost sink it in. Carmine and Trick using their face to get rid of the black hole sometimes is the right option, and there I think it actually was.
Oh my. Spruce Log really set that one up. There wasn't too much anyone could do in that situation. Spruce was able to cover all angles, and the core had to simply slowly hit the hook, and from that point it was basically a 50-50. Well played by Spruce Log on that goal.
That has to be one of the most humorous Rasmus hooks I've seen in a while, actually. I actually almost laughed at the way that one played out.
Spruce Log got KO'd about 7 different ways there. That was unfortunate, but it did waste a bunch of resources on the side of corpse control. Dash punch gone. The special from Vice gone. And just like that, Ball and Ballers is at the big advantage here and able to sink the goal after a quick pendulum swing KO. Truly incredible gameplay leads Ball and Ballers to take set 1.
This is exactly where you want to be when you're Ball and Ballers, to take a commanding beginning of this game. They can deny the Vice here if they take Heavy Impact. They can deny Stinger if they want it, but I think Heavy is the better pick of the two against a Vice. Not to say that the Stinger is not gonna not sting, because you're gonna feel it. I mean, that's That's inevitable. And Dubu taking Among Titans is a very popular choice these days for Dubu to zip around and make offensive pushes. And Julie's going with the tried and true Reptile Remedy to keep themselves on the core strike field.
A quick barrier coming up from Lufoxdio there, able to use all their abilities to sink the goal just like that. Carmine's going to basically bounce the core up and down, takes Spruce Log down a peg, but a well-placed corner and an absolutely insane primary from Lufoxdio is going to take the goal.
Oh, you know what? My score is slightly off. It is actually Ballin' Ballers who's got the 1 right now, so let me fix that for everyone. Alright, anyways, back to the game.
The barrier's getting taken on the side of Corpse Control. Once again, Lufoxdio, however, is cracked. Gonna have to try and survive against this absolutely killer of a team. Well-placed Tofu is gonna stop the core in its place and make sure an advance can't really be made. And we're at a bit of a standstill in the midfield here.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's exactly going wrong for Corpse Control this game compared to like the absolute explosive start from the last game. I don't know if maybe it's nerves after getting reverse sweeped or just, you know, the pure raw will to succeed from Ballin' Ballers.
Whoa!
An excellent back
no.
clear. That's, I don't know if that was, it kind of looked like that was actually Bebop who hit it, but it might have just gone around and been complete luck. I'd have to see that one again later.
Yeah, we're gonna need a replay on that one. I think that may have just been an unfortunate flip from Trick. Unfortunately, Trick will be finding that dash punch. They're gonna get a double power play here. Dr. Bebop is gonna have to hope for something. Gonna be able to find it, however, securing the goal. Both his homeboys are up, but it goes through anyways!
Oh man,
Whoa!
you hate to see the reinforcements not make it in time. Oh man. But you know, I mean, if they keep doing the double power plays, which is a team with like Mako, Julie, and Vice is certainly capable of doing. It's gonna be a very hard game for the Ballin' Ballers to maintain their strong pressure, and we just saw why right there.
An absolutely incredible double ding too. However, Ballin' Ballers is going to be equalizing the barrier number here and going to get their own power play, but they're not going to be able to capitalize on it too much as Trick and Andy hold it down. 1 second left on the power play gone. Trick's going to do a light dribbling, give it to Carmine, and a well-placed ult by Carmine is going to sink it past Bebop.
Yeah, that was a very good use of the Vice ult while they're standing on the puck. Not much they can do unless they evade strike that, I believe.
It's a very tough situation to clear. Gonna give away that one barrier. That's pretty typical on these double barrier maps. Lufoxdio is looking low. Spruce Log's also looking to get beat up here. Has to play super cautious as they're cracked from the Stinger proc. And 2 flips on the side of Corpse Control means that they're likely going to find something here. But an amazing primary and a risky play from Lufoxdio is going to secure the KO. Or the barrier, rather. But the KO is going to come out on the side of Corpse Control, finding another double power play against Ballin' Ballers.
Oh, an excellent
Oh my!
primary from the Stell on the respawn. And the soup is up just in time to stop a absolutely threatening Vice play. However, it will be Corpse Control making this game even and keeping it exciting.
Corpse Control is really beginning to find their momentum here. I think all it took was a little bit of extra power. The Stinger's really putting in work, and the Reptile Remedy is helping a Trick stay alive a lot longer, which is helping them find these KOs.
Yeah, I think the power plays are starting to get one-sided, which is not what you want to see when you're Ballin' Ballers. I think Rasmus can definitely get kills. Don't get me wrong. But he's not known for his HP draining. And Estelle feels a little bit similar in ways. They definitely can take you out, and they can even combo their abilities into you to kind of finish you off with the Right Awakening setup. So it's not entirely impossible for them to find some nice pickups, but they're gonna need all of them if they want to stay in this, because the Stinger is starting to look like it's doing more than perhaps the Heavy Impact would have done.
I'm not sure about that, because the Heavy Impact just does so much more for the Juliet, able to secure so much stuff, and Trick has been pumping out damage. Trick's dash punches are basically half healthing people.
Ooh, excellent push by
Oh
Lufoxio.
my.
Sometimes playing the game of ping pong with well-layered cooldowns is the option.
Here we're going to be seeing both teams able to sort of beat each other out, keeping it really even Stevens here. Well-placed. Black Hole is going to keep the momentum in the favor of the ball and ballers, but it's going to quickly give up core control to corpse control. And we're going to be seeing some defense on the side as they're just not quite able to make it out of that their half here. Ooh. Finally it clears, but Bebop just feeds it right back to Lufoxio, and Spruce Log, and a unfortunate chain lightning from Carmine pings it in.
Actually, I don't even think it was a chain. I think they thought they could hit it on the corner, and it went farther than the corner.
Was it not the chain?
Yeah, I think that was a direct hit, unfortunately.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I think they tried to get it off the corner, and it just direct hit it into the net, because by the time it connected, it was too far gone. But, you know, it happens. Vice is a character known for their surprise own goals, usually by the Supernova. As someone who used to be a Vice main, I have probably about, you know, hundreds of those, and it's just what it is. And but they're not going to let that deter them from pushing this game, I believe.
Oh, absolutely not. Ball and Ballers having no barriers, but having a power play now, able to take it up, walk it up the core, forcing out Andy's flipper, face losing the barrier, but losing the barrier anyways, and the classic Rasmus special is going to serve them the goal on a golden platter.
That is as textbook Erasmus as you could play, move as you can play. I mean, goalies at the top, open net on the bottom, throw a hook, checkmate. Not a lot of goalies have any tools for that situation. And it just goes in. It's reliable, old reliable.
Bebop almost being able to make it there in time to flip, but not able to find it. That, however, does mean that he's gonna have flip for later. And trust me when I say he's gonna need it. Trick and Carmine are able to put out some incredible pressure when the core is up on their side, which they're doing.
Incredible.
But unfortunately, Andy walked too close to the edge. Spruce Log saw it, knew their range, and able to take the KO. That being said, Spruce Log getting vengeance sought against them, getting KO'd, and Bebop using that flip that he saved from earlier to find the goal for the...
Now that is why they put the ball in Ball and Ballers, because the ball went in! I mean, come on! Like, they had the power play, and Ball and Ballers said, push back? Retreat? Never. We push in, and we score.
Truly incredible gameplay. We're going to be seeing the bulk up taken by Spruce Log, denying it from Trick, because Trick being able to get Reptile Remedy as well as bulk up would really throw a wrench in their plans. Stacks on Juliet is dangerous in its own right, but stacking the Stagger just does so much more for Trick now that it was a good deny.
Yeah, I think I'd have to agree with that. I mean, assuming Reptile Remedy keeps them alive, they keeps their stacks up, and so, but they have to watch those edges. I mean, they have Recovery Drone, so they have multiple layers that they can use to keep their stacks from hitting zero. Because, I mean, honestly, once you have zero stacks, it really does have an awful Dead Awakening feel. And another player blasted off by the black hole. You really have to watch out for that timer.
It is so dangerous out here. Spruce Log tries to corner, but Carmine comes up in the nick of time, able to take it. A pendulum swing from Spruce Log is going to give the world's weirdest back pass to Bebop. Is able to clear it there. And now the pressure's on. It's out, but it's right back into the play. Lufoxio not quite finding the pass that Spruce Log was trying to give to them. But we're going to see the play as the barrier's taken down. Andy's got flip. Might have to use it right here. Uses it. Flips it out. Bebop gets the core. Going to pass it to Lufoxio, but Trick is right there. Carmine, Trick, setting it up. Dash punch, able to find the barrier. The game's even Stevens now. Lufoxio, however, getting an amazing pass. Spruce Log able to take advantage of the strike timer and get it past Andy.
That was an excellent slip threaded right through them. Every strike war won. And it's just a beautiful goal by Spruce Logs Rasmus. It's just, wow. That was such a fast-paced play, too. It was just over in seconds for them right there. Spruce Log purposely looking like he aimed himself towards that orb so he could just launch himself to the orb and get back in the game.
Ball and Ballers are really feeling themselves in this moment, taking both barriers. This could be trying to set up the set. Lufoxio setting right beside the
being funny with his what is that? Unstoppable, yeah. You saw
I don't
them...
even think it was...
No, they emoted and waited for them to get close.
I don't think it was being funny. It was an incredible play because Lufoxio created such a large area of influence that Corpse Control couldn't pressure. If Bebop sends the core anywhere near the black hole, Lufoxio can preemptively pop the black hole, creating enough space that only Lufoxio could reach the core, which is exactly what happened. Incredibly big brain play on the side of Ball and Ballers.
Oh no!
Oh, Bebop!
Bebop
brains doesn't always equal it.
Oh, but this is the Ball and Ballers we know!
The Ball and Ballers could do it right here. Spruce Log able to hold it down on the goal, taking the whiplash. And a great pendulum swing, gonna clear the core, but it's not quite out here yet. Lufoxio bouncing right where they need to be, but getting bounced by the ensnaring drum by Andy, and this could be it. Bebop not letting this barrier go down, unwilling to succeed the point here. They want to end it, they want it gone. But speaking of gone, there goes Spruce Log, and the barrier finally popped. Bebop able to hold it down. Lufoxio is back in the play, wanting to make it clear. Oh my goodness.
Incredible! Incredible!
Now this is some Omega Strikers.
This really does put the Omega and Omega Strikers right now. This is starting to look like Last Call versus I don't remember who it was, but it was a fantastic game. This is the Atlas Lab gameplay that we come to watch!
The upset of the century! Ball and Ballers has taken it off Corpse Control. Second seed is beaten by the 10th place Ball and Ballers. This is massive. This is huge.
That is huge. That is massive. Ball and Ballers have come out tonight and they put the ball in. I mean, what can I say? There's not much else you can say. Wow.
I have been pounding my table with my fist. This is intense gameplay. I get to cast one game and I am glad it was this one. Look at this. Ball and Ballers all boil it down to one word: momentum. They reverse swept the last game and they were able to feel themselves so much that they kept going and they took this game.
They took it indeed. You can say that again. Oh man, we got one clip from the wrong game, but looks like maybe two clips from the wrong game. But we're gonna get into the replays very shortly onto the proper game. But yeah, I it's just, or are we? I mean, something weird's going on. It's playing like the same clip over and over again. Yeah. Let me just fix that for y'all, because you deserve to see the scores from that game. The scores from that game were quite nice, honestly.
There was so many awesome plays happening in that game. Some things that I didn't even have the time to mention. At one point, there was a time Dr. Bebop, while 1v3ing, used the black hole to self-dribble and then get it around everyone. Bebop is an absolute unit in the defense.
Yes.
Like, they didn't really get first draft, I don't think, ever. At least in that second game there. But that isn't to say that they were an impossible obstacle. Being able to defend against a Juliet dash punch as well as a Vice stuffing your face, it's hard. And Dr. Bebop is able to use their tools on Dubu so efficiently that at one point Carmine tried to flip the core. Bebop just said, "No, I'm rolling on it. This is mine. Doesn't matter what you do."
Yeah,
holy!
It was like they were turning power plays into what I might call overconfident plays, and in Ball and Ballers capitalized every single time. Like, I just, It's impressive. It's impressive. They went into this as definitely the underdogs. I don't think anybody would have argued otherwise. And honestly, they came out looking like the other team were the underdogs. I mean, especially after that first game's reverse sweep. I mean, yikes. But I know Corpse Control won't let it get to them. They'll still be gunning for that top 6 for the finale. I fully expect to see them be there. And after this performance from Ballin' Ballers, even though they've been struggling, I think if they just keep exactly doing what they did in this series, Ballin' Ballers will also see them at the finale. I think it'd be we'd be really sad not to see them there after that game. So let's hear it for both teams. Let's see them both in the top 6.
I would love to see the Ball and Ballers Corpse Control run back. I think that would be an amazing storyline for us to follow up on. Being able to see both of them in the top 6 and taking it out on each other. Being able to watch Trix X possibly against Spruce Logs Rasmus, both of them playing at like wonderful capacity in both those roles.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But yeah, with that said, there's not much more for Nasty tonight. So thanks for coming out. I'm glad you guys got to see some really exciting games tonight, and I'm glad that everyone came in clutch with the casting and helped me get through another night of Nasty. So. And thanks everyone for watching and the players for playing, because honestly, with no players, there's no tournament, and really, it's really the Omega Strikers players that make all this possible, and the viewers at home for your support. So, thanks everyone, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.